Didn't I just watch everyone? Those Aussies and their upside down clocks got me all kind of messed up. They're just upside down for you. Uh, Tree line, yeah, big thumper. That car is toast for the weekend. Oh no, they'll be able to repair it for tomorrow. Tree line. That's the crazy part. It will be repaired about for tomorrow. He'll be here for FP3 and for quali, and he'll be in the race on Sunday. So that's not the issue. It's just that how much time, how much damage did it take, and how much time do they? I don't suspect if it'll be a it'll be no less than a small miracle to be here in this session, and I don't expect to be in this session. I will go to live timing in a moment and take a look at that. We are under 2 minutes to go before green light. Take a look at live timing right now. Lap by lap. Wait for race day. Touches, crashes out. Let's crash. Yeah, they're only saying that they're only showing that Behrman crashed on FP1, but not showing if he's going to be back out. They're all FP1. About 30 seconds away from a green light. So those are in 1 a.m. That you are already, yeah, it's Eastern time. Midnight, that's going to be Central time. 11 p.m. Still on the 13th, that will be Mountain time, and then 10 a.m. Sorry, 10 p.m. is Pacific. So those are the four primary American time zones. There's a few more, but those are the four primary time zones. Hey, Andrew, welcome back. Wasn't well, yeah, but it is Australia, so you could have easily missed the whole day. Paula is here. Denver is here. These are the people who are in green. I don't know if Vicky was here. Dark Mayo is here. Cyberwolf is here. Cyberwolf is Vamos Carlos using, and if you see, he is both of them are promoting the Williams car in science. We are green light. And I think Portolello might be. It's either. Yep, Portolello is the first one to come out. And we are green light for FP2. So one of the benefits of being, one of these green chatters, and I'm one of those as well. You'll see that I'm a mod, so I get a different color, unfortunately. Um, but we all have access to a special set of emotes that are specific to this channel. New ones, Hamilton and Science are new for this term because they've changed teams. New cars like kind and a Williams. Yeah, the Williams car is out there as well. Um, Ferrari, we've got McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes. Williams is new. Racing Bull is new. We have a Sauber, and driver team new. Which is our Aston Martin icon. We've got people out on track. There's a little bit of it is traffic out there already. We just had people leave Norris just past Lawson. I expect Oscar's going to do the same as well. So can't find box. Yeah, that is. Where is the box? Hmm. We'll have to look at that and hopefully get that back at some point. Or you guys can conversely Um, 23. So we could, if we get 23 more members, we can probably get box back. So there we go. 23 to box. Looking right now. Again, everyone's green on the board. It's interesting. The Mercedes so Russell Antonelli basically are out on hard tires. So that's the first time we've seen a tire other than medium this weekend. Those race car icons would make a great game pieces if there was an F1 board game. I mean, there are several board games out there. Um, Admittedly, there are several very good board games, racing board games out there already. Um, I know One Simulate Monaco, a classic, ideally racing Monaco of the past. There's several more. Adamak, welcome to the fans. Another joining the family. Again, I make sure you guys get shout outs each time I get on the air. So it's early right now. Gasly's at top of the board. Bortoletto is second. Haddad is third. Norris is fourth, and Tsunoda is fifth. But it's early right now, and there's a lot of traffic. So Isaac Kajah just did a 118.554. Not bad. We did see 117s though. So and there we go. Tsunoda just did a 117.949. We did see uh, like 1.17.5 was what we saw in FP1. So Alonso Stroll up there as well right now. So the Racing Bulls and Aston Martin. There's Verstappen did a 118.5. So that's an early lap. Russell did a 118.1. And we will see that this track will get, there will be some track evolution. So as we get further into this session, track will be more rubbered in. Paula just did thank you for your 10 pound donation. Let's go, Max. Go, go, go. Dark Mayos using their member super chat that they get each month. Insert William comment here. That would be Go Science right now, Dark Mayu. Allen just went seventh. So there's a lot of traffic on track right now, and on top of that, see, Max had a bit of a slide moment. I'm not sure what around which curve. They're not didn't indicate, but there we've got Norris with a 117.617. So we are basically these practice sessions is not about going fast. To a certain extent, later in this session, now through this session is actually more representative of when we will actually have the race on Sunday, and when we'll have quali tomorrow. It's the same time as quali tomorrow. So right now, it's not about going fast. At the end, the last 15 minutes, it will be about going fast. Again, for those of you, again, for us here in the United States, it's now switching over to Friday 3/14 or Pi Day. It's also here in the United States through this morning, there will be a lunar eclipse. If you guys are interested about the lunar eclipse, we'll have a link to our sister channel that has coverage for the eclipse. Back to F1. User Sleep thinks McLaren's going to win both titles this season. Joel thinks that the pit. No, he may be going for a faster lap now. Let's see. Again, everyone is out on track right now, except with the sole exception of Behrman, who's in the pits because his car is effectively still being worked on right now. Borrello right now going to 17th ahead of his teammate Hulkenberg in 18th. So they're telling Antonelli to just focus on exits, don't push the entries too much, and they're telling where Gasly is at the moment. I say right now, we've got Norris on a fast lap, we've got Russell on a fast lap. Stroll just jumped up to six, 118.575 gap. We've got Verstappen on a fast lap. Leclerc is starting a fast lap. People are cooking. Max is going to be the next one across the line. He's going to jump to P2, basically a 0.222 gap behind Norris. Comes Russell. Russell's jumping up to P1, 117.565. This is what we saw in P1, and he has the fastest first sector. Tsunoda, Oscar, Lawson, Hamilton, and the next four are going to cross the line. And Oscar's going to jump to P3. Lawson jumping up to P11, just improving in entire times. Hamilton jumps to P6. Proved, not the best across, but improvement in all sectors for him. Doom, Norris, and Antonelli, I believe, are the next one. Antonelli's going to jump to P9. And then Leclerc's going to jump up to P3, 117.692, a 0.127 difference. So P1 through P4 are under 2 tenths. And then P1 through 7 are under half a second. So you guys were looking for that bunched up crowd. There we got it. Dario, Antonelli isn't showing the pace he had last season. I think they're holding Antonelli back a little bit because they don't want to have him destroy the car like he did last season, just in FP1 practice. And then, they don't want him to look like what happened with Behrman. He needs just time to. I think there's a feeling. And my feeling is that he's not at his full potential right now, and going as fast as he possibly could, on purpose. And he's also on a hard tire right now. Sonoda going P2, 117.650. So one of the interesting things is that we're seeing that racing bull. We're seeing, Sonoda, particularly Sonoda, Sainz, Gasly, are pushing their cars, getting into the top 10, sometimes into the top 5. In the case of Sainz, he was at the top of the board for quite a while. Sainz just is cooking right now. It's a purple lap. He's improved his sector 2 times. He just lost a bit of time. And he's going to jump to the top of the board, 1.7.302. So that's a quarter of a second faster than Russell's time now. Yeah, that's a big jump from Russell to Sainz. I want to thank those of you who have subscribed. I call you guys the Racing Army. We're at 135 to 110 right now. Albon just jumped to P3. That's a good performance by Albon. 117.648. I had worried about he was lagging behind his teammate. He is 3 tenths, 3.5 tenths behind his teammate, but it's a better performance than it was in FP1. Bortolelli 15th, and I believe Ocon was 17th, now 18th. So we're getting people cycling in and out. The Leclerc tire is a used medium. Okay, and that just took a moment to populate from the data source into what we have. Russell, fastest second sector right now. He's got subsectors that have been purple. He's got it was purple, but that's because Norris took it from him. So Norris is cooking right now. Russell is now P2. Improves in time, but not position, and it's by 0.001. Norris jumps to P3. It's a gap of 1.73. So we're talking 1,000th of a second. Russell's behind Sainz. Dewan's jumping up to P11, and Oscar right now is going. It looks like he's probably going to start a flying lap now. Lawson's the next going to be one across the line. He's right at 17th. He's on not on a fast lap, so it's either hit. No, he's about to go across the line. We got 1,380 for you watching right now. Thank you so much. Again, this is the Race YouTube channel. You're listening to here with Grash, listening to the live action as it happens. Albon, Gasly, Ocon, the next one across the line, and then we got a bunch: Leclerc, Hamilton, Bartolell, and two others I can't see at the moment. It's so packed up. So no changes on the board. Ocon coming across the line, though he's on a slow lap. Anyone cooking? Maybe Oscar, maybe Lawson. Lawson improved in first sector, did not improve in second sector. Is he abandoning the lap? He may be abandoning the lap. Gasly is cooking, and Antonelli is cooking right now. So is Leclerc. So they've all started flying laps. Hamilton's cooking. Oscar finishes lap. He goes to P4. He's 0.193, 2/10 behind Seitz's lap. Lawson and Norris are the next one to come across. Norris and Lawson. Lawson did abandon a lap. Norris was not on a flying lap, and Lawson comes into pits. Sainz and do the next two across the line. Both were on. Well, this was an out lap for Sainz, and this is doing probably a cool down lap if this is going to be a fast lap. What is Max doing in there? Well, I mean, yeah, that's a good question. What is he doing? He's 6/10, just under 6/10 behind Seitz's time. It could very easily that he's not on a quali run, and that's something to take into account here. He's not on a quali run. Isaac Ajay just moved up to P8, in fact, in front of Verstappen. Hamilton just jumped to P3, 117.409. So we're in the low 117s now, and we're basically from P1 through P14 under a second from leader to Antonelli 14th. And Gasly's just 1/10, 2/10 over that. They're saying Lawson better get into the top 10 with this practice, at least go faster than Yuki and Haja. Yeah, that would not set things well if Lawson was behind Yuki and Haja. The clerk reported the lap, it looks like. Yeah, Mercedes is on the hard tire. Yeah, so George did that P2 lap on a hard tire. He's in the pits right now. Antonelli is still on track. Now Antonelli is using a used hard tire. So if you look at the display under tire, when you see there is a cross hash going through the tire, that means it's a used tire. So Seitz is on a used medium. Hamilton on a used medium. Antonelli's on a used hard. Hulkenberg was on a used medium. He's in the pits right now. So play to UT Lawson might be worse than Perez. I think that is basically. I mean, it's too early to say that. It's still. I mean, he does. Yes, he does need to step. He needs to improve. He may not be on a quality program though, and it's still early in this session. I mean, we're only 43 minutes left to go in the session, so it's still early. And Verstappen's at P11 right now. That's the difference between the second difference between the two. It looks like. So there, I mean, there's time to do a fast lap. Sorry, Joey. Rookies are doing pretty great. Yeah, the rookies have they've been surprised. Ajad has been surprising. Doing his P10. I mean, those are the two top rookies. Antonelli is 14th and Bortella is 17th. Again, Behrman out of this session due to car damage from FP1. Haas finished the worst car of the season. It's either that or it's Stake still. Those are the two teams that feel like they don't have their act together. And again, we don't even have a Behrman in the session because the car has been crashed. Leclerc just went P1. He's in the 116s now. He's a half second faster than Sainz's lap. He did that on a used medium, and he went fast in sector 1, sector 2, 3, proved in his sector 2 times. So Leclerc and Hamilton are the only two on track right now. He just did a flying lap. Hamilton improves to P2, 117.194. He's 4 tenths exactly behind Leclerc. So Ferrari right now dominant at the moment. We've got Sainz, Russell, Norris, and Oscar. Albon, Sonoda, Haddad, and Doohan in the top 10. The mothership, Racing Bulls are faster than the mothership right now, which is an odd sight. So that there should clue you in that Red Bull is not doing a fastest lap, quality type run. They're doing race run programs. Or were at the moment. Right now, only Ferrari are the only two on track. Uh, they've got one of the state cars has been pulled apart. Yeah, it's Nico Hulkenberg's car. It's been pulled apart. The tires are off. Front wing is off. They're doing something underneath the car in some ways. Leclerc coming into the pits. They're using the blower, so they're probably going to pull him into the garage. Hmm. Movie script writer says, all aboard the Ferrari hype train. Enjoy it while you guys can. Hamilton right now, the only one on track. He may be coming in. And he is. So right now, there's no one on track. Again, we've got 40 minutes, under 40 minutes to go in this session right now. You are listening to the Racing YouTube channel. This is Crash with you live for FP2 out of the Australian GP practice. You guys have questions right now? Now's a great time. I know someone was asking about a newbie. Just ask questions in chat. If you don't understand something, ask like, what does this mean? What does that mean? We will answer that. We've been very good to help. We pride ourselves in helping new people understand F1 and what's going on. Lawson out on track again. When a driver comes out on track like now, we call this lap the out lap because he's just left the pit. He's gonna go around. You have to do a whole lap on track from beginning to end, so not leaving entering back. Don't count towards an actual timed lap. And the Mercedes are nope. I think that's Stroll. I think most of the Mercedes just came out on track. Phil's asking what's Red Bull chances. They're very good. I mean, Max is the defending world champion, and they have a decent car. There's issues, but it's a decent car. I think we're looking at Behrman's car. There's a lot. Yeah, it's Behrman's car that we're looking at. He's oddly naughty. They've don't even the front hood of the car has been pulled off for work, and so they've got a lot to do on that car. And they will again. I expect them to have that ready for tomorrow. At this point. Haas has been a back marker. They have been in the midfield a couple times. They did 2 years ago under with K Mag. They did take pole in Brazil, and that was due to Lane was involved with that shenanigans. We do have people now on soft tires. Russell is on track. Norris was out on track with both of the Aston Martins are out on soft tires, and Lawson's out on a soft tire. Um, I suspect. Let's see if they start cooking. Lawson is cooking. So he just did 27 seconds in the first sector, which is pretty good. Lawson's not making time, not doing well in that second sector. He's lost some time there from off his best. Starting third sector is strong, but he's going through turn 11, 12, 13, and 14. So there's several curves to be had. How do these radio message work? Basically, and the short of it is that there is a basically a speech to text translation service that is being run to generate all these, and the software that we're using, I think one of the software is, I believe this is part of Multiviewer, and so uh, they're basically getting their that service and for that service of these messages, um, and then passing along to us. Norris, fastest first sector on a soft tire, so he's cooking. So Alonso's up to P5. See right now. Lando did improve in sector 2. He's lost a little bit of time in sector 3. Russell moves up to P3, 117.21282. Here comes Norris. He's lost time. He started the very first subsector in sector 3 okay, but he's lost time after that. And he's not gonna improve on his best time, and he's not gonna have sector 3. Sonoda fastest sector 1 right now. You see right now. Sonoda purple, sector 1, improving sector 2, so he's cooking right now. Stroll doing relatively well. Antonelli just jumped up to P9. In a few moments, Lawson is pitting. Stroll goes up to P3, 117.297. Comes Sonoda. Sonoda's going to go to P1, 116.784. He's 0.01 faster than Leclerc. Yeah, that's Sonoda top of the board. That's he's got something to prove right now. After being passed over for the Red Bull seat, yeah, him pushing his car this way, basically he's definitely going out of his way to push the car. Sonoda and Sainz revenge arc. Why not promote Yuki? And so one of the who was that? One of the Mercedes. I getting replays of people going off track over that gravel. there's I don't know why they don't see something in Yuki. On top of that, Yuki also is a as a Honda driver as well. He's in their system. Um, and so yeah, I just don't know what's going on with Yuki and the Red Bull family. Why he wasn't promoted, I don't get. You think he'd be the one to be promoted? Let me see. Where's Max? Max, I believe right now he's out on track on a soft tire. He just he's coming across the line right now, so he's about to do a potentially do a fast lap. Oh, we're not on. I don't believe we're on Twitch. For those who are asking, we're only here on YouTube. If we're on Twitch, I didn't know, but we are live on YouTube only, as far as I can tell. F1 2024 game is coming soon. And Oscar just jumped to P3, 116.983. So he is the third driver. So it's Lewis, Leclerc, Oscar. I take that back. Now four. Norris just went P1 with a 116.580. So Norris, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Oscar are the four drivers in the 116s. And then we go from P5 all the way down to P16. Is the next second behind, all in the 117s. And then everyone else, the last three did 118s. Obviously, Behrman can't set a time while his car's being uh, while his car being repaired. Didn't Hunter let Yuki go? As far as I understand, Mayu, that he's still in the Honda family per se. Yeah, that's how I understand Yuki at the moment. But after this year, Red Bull and Racing Bulls won't be using the Honda branded engine. It'll be their engine in conjunction with um, Ford, not yeah Ford. And so, as we come, I said, Hamilton had a decent first sector, but abandoned his lap. So there's the idea of that Yuki is going to be a free agent after this year because it doesn't make sense to keep him around anymore because that Honda agreement and um, relationship is no more basically after this year. Again, fact is Honda is going to Aston Martin, and Aston Martin is going to be the Honda's work team going forward. People are pointing out that um, there will be rain in the forecast for rain for um, this Sunday's Grand Prix, and that's why I haven't really made a prediction because I have no clue how the rain's going to muck up things with the race. Verstappen just go to P10 with 117.447, 0.897 gap. Bernard pointing out the seven-time, asking if the seven-time world champion is, saying that other people saying that he's overrated, not comprehending that as well. Um, he can be overrated at times, Richard. That's the problem, and I can't tell. It's foolish to consider a driver with several champions as overrated. I'm going to be that foolish person and say that Hamilton can be considered overrated from time to time. And the past 2 years, he's not performed well. Since 2021, Hamilton has not been the dominant, hammer time that he was previously. Um, and I and I'm looking at what how he's performing so far. Um, it's not that he's back in like that pure hammer time, but he's definitely performing better than he was than with Mercedes. So it's one of those going to be interesting to see. It's one of those stories that's going to develop through this year. I'm just looking through right now. Also, I enjoy stirring the pot with the Tifosi, anyways. While I was talking, how did I just went 117.019. The fact that the Racing Bulls are doing better than their mothership, uh, Red Bull, and which that it's an Aston Martin. It looks like Stroll doing his impersonation of a lawnmower going over the grass. Who's best in the rain? I actually don't know. There's no one who is like the Rain Whisperer. I know it's not Norse. um, for 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 Sochi, yeah, it's the Curse of Sochi with Norse in the West. George has been a reputation for being good in the wet. I know Max has is good in the rain. He's been able to not just good as a driver, but also good with timing and luck with the rain as well. Um, yeah, those are the only two that I would say to have that whisperer technique. Leclerc just jumped to the top of the board, 116.439, so he's at 1.4 ahead of Norris's P1. He did a 116.580. Everyone is on soft tires at this point, and that makes sense. Track is somewhat rubbered in, and and we're getting evolution off that. This is going to be representative of quality and the race. You have people cheering for Leclerc, people cheering for Oscar, people cheering for Sainz. Dark Mail saying when you're from New Zealand, like me, like they are, you have to be good in the rain because it never stops. Oscar just jumped to P1. He is 0.124 behind Leclerc, and the difference between 1.7, sorry, 0.017 is the difference. So we're talking about 17 thousandths difference between Oscar and Lando at the moment. P1, P2, P3. Right now, Kurt Brothers on top. You guys talk about how do you think Hulkenberg will do this season? I think it's gonna be he'll do slightly better. The goal here is that particularly for Hulkenberg, is to help get that team back on track, be somewhat competitive when it becomes um, basically when that becomes um, the Audi team next Chapman just went P7. He is 6.24 off, so it's almost six and a quarter, 6 tenths off of the gap. Hulkenberg just went P8, 7.22 off the gap. No one really blowing the garage doors off it right now with any particular fast lap. And a good number of them, I'd say 15 of the drivers are in the pits as well. We got 22 minutes left to go in this session. Again, this is the Race Statistics YouTube channel. This is Crash with you live. It is 12:38 a.m. in Central Time. It is 3:14. It is Pi Day for those of you who are mathematically inclined. Go have a pizza pie for those of you in the United States, or where you can get pizza, or any type of pie will be good. Getting back to track right now, we've got Tsunoda, Verstappen, Antonelli, Hulkenberg, and Ocon on track right now. Albon still training science. Shake my head. I think it's Tsunoda's pitting right now. We'll see if some of these are pitting. It's not that Albon is bad. It's just that science has performed much better. Now, right now, so they're 11th and 12th, and they're between. Actually, they've got the same lap time. They literally have the same lap time. It looks like Science did his first, so that's why they are in that order. So right now, if you guys hear me typing, we are getting a new talent for tomorrow for FP3. We'll tell you more tomorrow when we go live. So we are again. Let me see. Jack doing slightly off track, kicking up that gravel again, which is not good on that floor. Imagine Williams just had the third, fourth fastest cars for years. Not that they were the third, fourth fastest car, but we've known that the Williams particularly has had, and in particular situations has had a very good fast car. Like Monza is going to get interesting. Who else? I mean, they've been looking good here. Turn 5 through, turn 8 through 9 is just a big. It's an S curve, but it's a big long S curve. Vegas is really 3 long straights and a bunch of chicanes. These are the tracks where that straight line speed really can pay off. So we know that those cars in particular situations can be really fast. It's just now we have got that car plus the talent of science in that car pushing it like in a way we haven't seen before. Hamilton have been in his lap. No one's pushing at the moment. I want to thank those. We just hit 300 likes. I want to thank everyone who gave us those likes. There's about 1,734 of you, 34, excuse me, watching right now. Again, this is Racing YouTube channel. This is Crash with you live with what's going on track for pre-practice 2. No red flags like we got in FP1 or the F3 quali session. Probably for the best, I guess. Again, we did see Bierman go off track in FP1, and he has not returned to the track in FP2, and we're not going to because his car is pulled apart completely. We've got a couple pictures of his car basically pulled apart as they work on it. it looks like, particularly with that FP, with the car, it doesn't look like the chassis itself was damaged, and that's a good sign. Over in IndyCar, basically, um, over in IndyCar, basically the chassis is a single unit. It's a tub. They refer to it as a tub. So when that gets destroyed, they call it tubbing. The car gets tubbed. Joe says people are saying Red Bull is going to be terrible. Watch them beat everyone. I mean, that's very much could be the case. I mean, we're in practice right now. The real pecking order we'll understand is when we get to quali, and if we see if Max is out on Q2, that's a big deal. It's been a while. It'd be a long time since Max was out in Q2 without something happening. A lot of Yuki fans in chat tonight, and I don't blame you guys. You guys have a point to make about Yuki being having deserved that seat in Red Bull. It's just I don't know what I don't know what we on outside of Red Bull don't know that they know with inside Red Bull that made them pass on Yuki for Lawson. And then on top of that, with Lawson have basically going out of his way to prove himself, he broke eggs and made omelets, and the way he broke the eggs pissed people off. And so I don't blame people. You know, again, the Yuki fans, the Checo fans, the Ricardo fans, the Hamilton fans, even into the Alonso fans. I mean, they just named off five drivers whose fan bases he's pissed off. So I mean, I get the hate for Lawson. I get how he's behaved himself. I don't blame him for it though. Looking right now, there's really no one pushing at the moment. The board is like full of yellow. So this is telling me that they're doing something other than quali style simulations, and we're seeing a mix of tires, mostly mediums, but few softs, few hards. Antonelli right now is on a hard tire. If I go look at live timing, he's just been 3 laps on that tire. So let me see who's right now. Max was did 6 on a soft, but that's the longest. Russell's been the 4 on a hard tire. He's done a total of 18 laps. Uh, yeah, so we're seeing Sonoda's been the longest out, 5 laps on a medium tire. So we got people saying that Red Bull is so trash. Ooh, that's dangerous in here, Silent Avenger. There's a lot of Max Verstappen fans in our chat, by the way. Don't get me wrong. It's not that we don't. I mean, we have Lewis Hamilton fans. We had Checo fans in here. Um, so it's not like not as long as you're not taunting those other fans, you're going to be okay. Where have you seen the pictures of Behrman's car? We saw basically there was a shot of his car about 20 minutes, 25 minutes ago, in the garage on F1 TV, and it was completely pulled apart. So there was like just by seeing that, you can tell that he's not getting back in the car anytime this. That so much is pulled apart. Parts of the cars that I have not seen pulled off, like front, not the front, the nose is off, but there's also panels in front of the cockpit are pulled off, which I usually don't see. So Yeah, a lot of work being done on this car, and rightly so, given how he shunted into the wall. We have Stroll fans too. Yes, we do. Max is 7. How he's OP? I mean, he's in the pits. He is in the pits. We could see him perform much better on Wally. There could be they may be, we could always see that they turn up the engine for quality, gets some boost out of it. It is noticing. I do notice one thing. Notice fourth, Hajjaj is sixth. They're both ahead of Verstappen seventh. Hulkenberg is eighth. That's interesting to see. Stroll is ninth. Russell is 10th. We got Sainz and Albon. Again, they set their best laps much earlier, and they're doing something else. Doohan is on a new medium tire. It's a used medium tire, and that was just a moment to have that populate the board. Like Stroll official fan club, the Strollers. Oh boy, do we need to get you a bottle too? Is that our club logo? Watch me make a Photoshop. So those of you who are in, we do have a Discord channel, everyone. One of the channels, there's a humor channel. Might make after that you might. There is also an artwork channel. I'm not sure if I might make that bottle logo for the Lance Troll fan club for the joke, and put it in either humor or the artwork channel. YouTube has points. It's not. It's a system that we are using through Streamlabs, and it's basically bragging rights about who's been here. As you if you're here on a regular basis, you're going to pick up points. Max Verstappen is coming out, so that means that all the drivers are on track with just about 10 minutes to go. A few more 10 plus a few seconds. 10 minutes ago in FP2. Again, you're listening to the Racing YouTube channel. This is Grash live with you, taking your questions, comments in chat as we look at times being set. Right now, we have got 5 people in the 116s. Leclerc did a 116.439. That's the fastest lap. Through P5, we're looking at 0.420. Nice. Not didn't expect that to see that. But we've got 5 people in that 116s, and then from P5 down through P18, we've got everyone else in the P117s. Ocon is P19. He's the last driver on the board who's going to set a time. Bierman's not, and he's got a time gap of 1.595. So just 1.6 behind Leclerc, which is actually not that bad considering that he's in P19 on the board. So we are bunched up significantly already in times. It's just two tenths here, two tenths that, two tenths, and you can be in if Sonoda finds two tenths somewhere, and he could be faster than Norris or faster than Oscar, or if he finds four tenths, he's faster than Leclerc. So it's getting competitive, really, and that's what we're going to see for the rest of the season is this tightness in everything. We're not going to see 2-3 seconds like we did a few years ago. Friday says thinks Lewis is struggling with age. I mean, Hamilton's fifth on the board right now. He's only he's 4.2 behind his teammate, which is not that bad considering. No one's been pushing for a while right now. It looks like we're getting probably degradation again. It's about 5, 7, 5, 6, 9 laps Sonoda. 9 laps on the hard from Russell, 8 laps on a medium from Sainz, 7 laps on a medium on Alonso. These are used tires. 8 on hard from Antonelli. So we're not looking at the quality speed. Um, fastest low. These cars may be loaded with fuel. Yeah, everyone's collecting data in some particular way, and it looks like we're seeing a lot of more race runs as opposed to quality runs. I would expect. Seeing how the car is performing, how tires are performing. Um, Lawson is struggling, but he's done 23 laps. He's at the top of the board in terms of number of laps. Arcon is 19th, but he's done 9 laps on a used medium. He's done 25 laps, which is one of the top values I see on the board. Clerk has also done 25. He's on a used medium as well for 8 laps. So it's maybe that Arcon's not he may be doing a program to test out how those mediums are performing. Bob and Williams, basically they're falling back. They're not focusing on the fastest lap times right now. Looks like they're focusing on again. Let's go look at theirs. Albin just came out. He's on a used medium. Science has done nine laps on a medium tire. He's done a total of 24 laps. So they're not necessarily. He's not necessarily basically doing a quality, fastest lap type scenario. And we're going to replay who just came off the track. That is. Looks like it's one of the Mercedes. Oh, yeah. Don't. I'm gonna put you in timeout. Yeah, come on, people. Don't use racial slurs. We have standards here. We have kids here. Oh, come on. We are under 5 minutes to go in this session right now. So if you're getting timed out, you're being timed out for the rest of the session. We'll see you tomorrow. Throw you in the timeout chair and see you tomorrow. Anyways, moving on. Server pace. I mean, Hulkenberg is eighth. Hulkenberg is showing his skill, and it's that's good for Sauber, Kick, Steak, whatever you want to call it. Who's using slurs? They got timed out and it got removed automatically. So don't worry about it. Yeah, the bot will hit you if you swear, so I don't have to worry about it. Lewis is strolling us all. His age is stand back. Oh my god. Uh, we're about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. When this session is over, you'll be taken to the quality session. If you could leave a light before you go, that will help us, with the YouTube algorithm. We're trying to get more people in, trying to grow the channel, get a bigger big group. Again, it is hard given that we are, it is 12:57 in the morning here in the United States in the Central Time. It's 1:57 in East Coast. Yeah, I don't suspect anyone's going to do a Gasly. Let's see, Gasly. No, he's been 11 laps on that soft tire, so he's looking at that tire he's doing tire irrigation work. Yeah, so don't expect anyone's gonna try and do a massive push at the last minute. And then also with so much traffic on, it doesn't make sense. Moving on, does Hamilton have a decent driver championship chance? He does. He does. Ferrari typically was the better car than Mercedes last year, and if he's got a spark again from having changed teams, being in red, and there's a mystique and awe of being in red, and I'm gonna hate the Fosies. You guys are crazy, but we know that already. Um, yeah, so there's that craziness being in red. Um, that's if he gets a spark from that, yeah, and he does win the World Drivers' Championship, that would be an immensely crazy story. Wouldn't be a crazy story. Isn't much of a factor. Lewis's turn, yeah, but the difference is that in F1, um, age is a bigger factor in F1 than it is in IndyCar. Um, and it's one of those. It would be essentially, again, one of the things is I'm from the New England area, and so there's Tom Brady, and it was always about Tom Brady holding back Father Time and doing things, and that's what if Hamilton wins the drive, that would be a Tom Brady type story, holding back time. So. Sorry, was just pointing out that you check out the eclipse if you get off if you live in North and South America. Also, if you jump into our Discord channel server, we will have a link to data visualize. That's our sister channel. In fact, these watch alongs used to be on that channel before they moved over here and created racing statistics. Um, they've got coverage of the eclipse. So if you're looking for it, people are asking about Ryan. Ryan, those who don't know, Ryan is the guy who usually does through last year was our primary person doing quali and the race, and he's actually stepped back from being commentary on this channel. Will he be back? He probably will be back at some point this year. It's one of those never say never moments, but for the most part. Um, Basically he stepped back, and I'm going to be basically taking on a lot of that responsibility this year. We are looking for new talent. Basically, we brought in Evan, basically the masters of numbers. So we've brought in one person already. We will have someone new tomorrow. I will introduce you to them tomorrow. So new talent on the channel. Does Australia have a sprint race? No, Australia does not have a sprint race. Otherwise, this would have been the sprint quali in this session. And this being the first race of the year, it doesn't make sense that this doesn't make sense for this race to be a sprint weekend. Your voice is quite similar to Ryan. That's weird because I'm from New England and Ryan was from South America. So that was very interesting that you say that. Yeah, granted, I don't have the Southie drop your R's, Pakaka, Aviad, baloney from the Southies. The don't have that accent. Again, there's multiple accents in the New England region, anyways. But here we go. We have just finished our time in this. No one is cooking at the moment. So the times that we see here are pretty much the ones that are going to stand on this board. Pretty much everyone has crossed that start finish line again, exception of Behrman, who was not here. I want to thank everyone who's shown up. We had over 3,000 people. We had 374 likes. You are about to be taken to the quality session, and that's basically we're trying to get a good number of people liking that before we get to start the session. Again, if you're interested in the the Discord server. We will have coverage of the eclipse. For those of you who are not in the North or South America, we've got coverage of the eclipse for you on our sister channel. So there we go. The Discord channel is right there. So we will be back tomorrow for FP3. We will see you then. Take care. Have good night, good morning, afternoon, whatever it may be. We'll see you. Well, now it's going to be later today. So we'll see you. We'll see you when FP3 starts, what time it is in your time zone. Take care, everyone.